Good afternoon. Welcome to This is Private Practice on this celebration Fri-yay. Welcome to the end of the week. Hurrah! Golly, we made it all the way through to Friday. Good on us. We have done great work this week. Even if you've been at home sick and you have given yourself permission to take the week off or a few days off because you've been sick, well done you for doing that. That is pretty darn awesome. I'm impressed. Please don't be going to work if you're sick, because you'll just share it with all the other people. That's never helpful. Hello, Frances, darling. It's so lovely to see you. Thank you for all your encouragement of me this afternoon, and thank you for letting me boss you around. I appreciate that. Sometimes I think that that is my gift as a coach, to be super bossy. There we go. Yeah, two nights for you in a row. I have my wine glass filled with my sparkling water because I've still got a few things to do, but what a great way to celebrate the week that was. So who's got stuff to celebrate? We should all have some things to celebrate, shouldn't we? I'm going to celebrate a couple of little things. Well, they feel little. I got my rebranding sorted for the 5 Favorite People program. I'm a little bit excited about that. Debbie Eglin has been helping me get my content ready, and you'll notice a big push, email push, social media push next week, and you'll notice that the images look they look fantastic. The updates on the web page, it looks fantastic. It gets to a point where you kind of go, I am so proud to show the world this. I actually can't not show the world this. So I know this program works. Now I'm hoping people will find the branding attractive enough to go, I think this woman, Jo Muirhead, knows what she's talking about. So if you are thinking about joining the program and you've got questions, you need to ask them because I would hate for you to miss out on enrollment to the program because you didn't ask your questions, because 15 people in that group and we're done. And we've already got people enrolled. So hurry up and make that happen. Also makes it easier for me to know who's enrolled so I can actually get all the things and stuff planned for when we start. That's also very cool. So I'm celebrating that. I am celebrating that I got my report finished. I'm actually really proud of it too. Who knew? One thing I've discovered is I'm not enjoying my clinical report writing anymore. This is a really big shift for me. So when I started this online internet marketing thing that we do, building my own practice, you have to work really hard to get out of clinical speak and clinical writing to be able to write copy in conversational style that allows people to be attracted to your message. So marketing, writing, and copywriting is very different to clinical writing. And in the beginning, I was an exceptionally good clinical writer and not such a great copywriter, which is why I employed people to help me with that. But we've now had a switch. And now my clinical writing, I feel like, is not as great as it has been in the past. Doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just taking me a lot of work and a lot more effort to get it there. So I'm kind of celebrating that because I've probably done my 10,000 hours on copywriting in the last 10 years as well. Phew. It's a lot of writing I've done over the last little while. No, long while. 10 years. That's a long time to have been doing anything, don't you think? So who else has got things to celebrate this week? I would love to hear from you. Please share your celebrations in the comments below so I can cheer you along. Coming into the weekend, I am looking forward to my weekend a lot. But this afternoon, I wanted to talk about energy management. Now, we've been talking all week about the resources that we need to manage in our business. We've talked about technology, and information technology is something that we need to manage. I've talked about people and how we need to look after and manage our people. Yesterday, I spoke into money and managing money, how we need to manage ourselves when we're managing money. And today, I want to talk into how to manage energy and the importance of managing energy. So before I do that, we're just going to congratulate Frances on signing a brand new client on a consultation on a telephone call yesterday. Go you, Frances. That is pretty darn cool. Coming back to energy management. You may not realize this, but energy is finite. So there will be lots of physicists and metaphysical people out there who will say to me, Jo, you're wrong. Well, I get really tired. And if I get tired and my tired gets tired, it gets really hard to think about having energy. So I am going to put it out there and suggest that our energy is finite. We turn up to work and have such high expectations of our energy output. We really do. And we're mainly used to feeling our fatigue and our exhaustion physically because that's what we're used to, and that's how it turns up in our bodies. But what you may be interested to understand is that we actually get fatigued physically, cognitively, and emotionally. And I'm hearing about the cognitive fatigue a lot. Tripping over my words could be a sign of my own fatigue levels, or I'm just speaking too fast. Cognitive fatigue is turning up in so many different places. I am hearing about it not just with people who have had long-term chronic illnesses or really serious illnesses or recovering after cancer. I'm seeing it being talked about. I'm hearing about it being talked about. It's coming up a lot, that whole brain fog, my brain doesn't want to work thing. And, you know, there are some metabolic reasons why that could be happening. But I just want to help you understand that you actually ask your brain to do a hell of a lot in a short space of time. And then you ask it to do that sustained and repeatedly over an 8-hour day. For those of us who choose to work 8-hour days, some of us choose to work longer than that, but we continue to engage our brains that entire time. So is it any wonder that we get tired? So it's okay if we feel tired. Tired is actually a natural cause of being human. You're supposed to feel tired because rest is incredibly important. We've just got this lifestyle these days where we're not supposed to feel tired and we're supposed to just cram all this stuff in and do more and doing more and doing more. And we need to unpack this if we're going to be able to become sustainable. So I can teach you all the marketing tactics into the world. I can teach you all of the ways that you need to be able to build, manage, and maintain your business and your practice. And I can help you manage you. And one of the things we all need to do is look after our energy. So that means becoming aware of where you are depleted physically, cognitively, and emotionally. And I think for those of us who work with people, we really need to focus on this emotional depletion piece. Now, some of you might be calling it burnout and some of you might be calling it compassion fatigue. I really don't care what the formal phrase is. I just want us to be aware that your emotions get tired. And if we're dealing with people with emotional issues or coming in a heightened sense of emotional day, then we're going to get tired because we work really hard to help other people regulate and calm down. Even if you're a physical therapist, you are doing this with people all the time. So this weekend, my challenge for you is this. I want you to become aware of those activities that you're involved in that either energize you physically, energize you cognitively, energize you emotionally. I want you to really focus on those things that make you feel good, but I want you to notice where you feel good, So emotionally, you're going to have some happy hormones happening. Cognitively, you're going to feel clear-headed, and we call it being in flow. I think that's kind of the best way to describe it. And physically, you're going to feel strong, and you're going to feel like you've got energy to burn, and you're going to feel okay. For some of us, it might be, I'm not tired. Where am I not tired? So just as I focused yesterday on making sure that we explore and focus on money coming into our business, I want to help us all understand that focusing on how we are replenished, where does our energy come from? Because not everybody is going to be energized by physical activity or cognitive activity or emotional activity. Sometimes we're going to be one or the other. Sometimes we're going to need more than one. Sometimes it's going to be one for this instance and one for another instance. But if we don't understand what's going on, we can't actually help ourselves by understanding what we need to do to change. I think next week I'll focus some more on this whole energy management piece because I get it's important. And I've been doing quite a lot more research as I'm speaking at a breakfast next week about it. And I thought I would share some of those insights with you. So welcome to the weekend, everybody. I am really grateful for all the work that you have done this week. Here's cheers to us for all the clients we have served, for all the families we have influenced, for all of the people that we have made a difference to. So as you come into your weekend, I want to encourage you to find things that replenish you, things that help you feel good about who you are and what you're doing. So it might be exercise, it might be doing some creative writing, it might be getting out and being with nature or being with other people or not being with people at all. Do the thing that replenishes you is the focus of that message. And while you're at it, please make sure you are hugging and loving on all the people who are important to you in your world. Hello, Priscilla. It's lovely that you joined us. It is towards the end of this live for the week. I'm looking forward to sharing with you next week. I have got a very different week next week. I'm hardly here in the Purple Co head office at all. So I'm looking forward to working out how we can have these lives when I'm out and about a bit. Fabulous people, I am looking forward to talking to you next week. Go be your awesome self.